Hey, shout out to everybody getting it, big. In these dark times, it's the person that's smiling in your face always make it like it's they the light. They the evil ones just trying to get over. Um, always got an agenda and asking for donations and all of that stuff, man. It's like with me, it can't be, say you speaking from a higher source or higher, thing and ask people for money. You give freely, however you feel. If you feel the message, you want to donate, boom. But if you do that, then I'll give you something back, whether it's t-shirts or, music, more content, motivational speak speeches to uplift your spirit, uplift your soul in these dark times. I mean, it's dark out here, but I'm still in nature, and I don't hate you. A chick can have 2 to 3 kids, and I might consider to date you. But when you're in your purpose, I'll hit you up later. You know what I'm saying? And as far as time, what is time? Who made up the concept of time? Because if you're a Bible thumper, we know that the Son knows nobody knows other than God or whatever. And so, if that's the case, and we always want to make God based off artist perception of some white male or whatever it is, and then people will be like, well, it ain't that, when they got it in their books or their literature that everybody is white in Africa with American names and everybody in heaven is some male. If you're part of the alphabet community or you're part of the whatever your women empowerment, you know, um, like a Candace Owens type, which I mean, but the type that you want to just use English talking points to use words to boost up your argument. You can actually poke holes in that kind of thing because if if God is all being, all omnipresent, meaning he it's everywhere, the universe. I mean, I'm out here in nature, the universe, everything is omnipresent. To see the life is everywhere, but to see it all for what it is, being the light in the dark. Everybody want to be in the light in a dark, but it's just about the game, talking, using words to trickery to trick people. And this is why with the universe, there is there's really no time when it comes to really um, breaking through, getting through your breakthroughs, and breaking through mental health issues and all of that. Because if God was really white, what I'm saying, based off artist perception and all of these things throughout the Roman theologisms and all of these Greek philosophers that took from the books of Alexandria and all of this stolen legacy stuff, cut down heads and uplifted statues in times of war and raping and pillaging, and act like they was the ones to cap, and then rewrote history. That's why the pen is mightier than the sword, because you put it on paper and make it like this what it was, stamped it, notarized it. And see, this is why I know, like, if you, whatever your beliefs are, um, especially for my Christian, fam out there, you know, um, if God is in the color of how we're subconsciously programmed, then we have to realize the mentality of that. Whether it's a mass school shooter, God is a jealous God. The Bible told us that, and God wrote the Bible, and you know how I know that? Because humans told me. And the whole aspect about it is God is a jealous God. You know, he's loving, but he's jealous. And if we really want to break down the Bible, how many people did the devil kill at the end of the day? We'll just say he did Noah's kids or something like that. But how many people in the Bible did God kill? I mean, and the Bible was always about sacrificing, especially the freshlings, the younglings, the kids. You know, Abraham was gonna kill his firstborn. You know, and then God was like, don't worry about it. But you was about to, I would have let you kill him. But you know what? I like them rams. I need them horns right there for you to blow the trumpets. Let the trumpets blow. And all of this stuff, man. And then when people will take a Bible story and articulate it to something totally different, like, where did this come from? This wasn't in the Bible. And they'll have a whole nother aspect of something, but then just break it down and talk nice, and you fall for it. And that's the reason why, you know, when it comes to like um, Caucasians or like, white people or people like with less melanin or whatever, people just call them cave dwellers or peckerwoods, crackers. You know what I'm saying? Pedophiles, faggots. I mean, stuff like that. But not all though. You can't judge a book by its cover. But if God was really white, you know, and the traits of a white male, because when we look at destruction, are people who really, you know, the real threat to this thing we call Earth. Putting things in the ocean to warm the water up, trash, all kind of toxic thing, killing people who got who get a following that people want to be around. That's really educating them to better themselves with love, or coming up with technologies to really rid the world of the toxins. And with the oil companies, the petroleum companies, and all of that, the pharmaceuticals and all of that. Look, $1 trillion industry. They want you to die because they capitalize off it. But at the end of the day, you kill everybody. Then what? What you gonna do? You gonna get off this planet somewhere? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? If you want to get rid of a certain complexion or a certain thing of somebody who was considered what 1/5 of a man, meaning that I wasn't human in the first place because I was godly. And now we got the aliens coming out. You know what I mean? Good or bad, whatever it is. And even aliens can be cloned too. We ain't gonna talk about that though. But see, if God, whoever you pray to, is really the color of how we say, and then people always get, well, it ain't about the color. Well, then make it the real color. You see what I'm saying? Throughout history, to program people subconsciously to be lesser than a person when they see a certain color of a person that they feel that is God themselves. And I'm talking about a complexion or a skin tone. Some white male with a beard and whatever your religion is. And people always wanna, that's why I don't argue with people. I don't debate. Shout out to Dr. John Henry Clark that says I only debate my equals. To everybody else I teach, because people will project and make up all kind of nonsense just to feed their lie. And the thing about the lie, like that movie Focus with Will Smith, uh, the whole moral of the story was to die with the lie. But we're never taught to live for our truth. And see, if God is really the color that everybody's been programmed for the past, thousands of years, after things were, burnt down and statues were came through, things were erased, books were burnt, things were hidden, and that's not for everybody. But if God was really the color of the person or the things that's destroying everything in life, destroying the whole earth, which is a living organism like that. This is, you know, we're in a whole program or living organism that evolves and is being destroyed, so it's going to act out. But if God is the color He say He is, that means that if God is the color of the people that's destroying the earth, that's been suppressing everything since their knowledge of, coming in and people giving them loving knowledge, whether they say it's the Moors or whatever it is, something that's so barbaric, so sadistic, a smile on your face. And one thing I got to shout out for those people that they know business. They made up a whole thing, this religion called business. That's why the pen is mightier than the sword. So when somebody will say, I'm writing this down, I'm up, put it, and then this is what it is. This is what the reality is because I wrote it down. You know. So if God is really, or whoever you pray to is really the color of that person that's been doing this to us and all of that, we all would have been dead a long time ago. Especially the color of, you know, and then on top of that, he would have destroyed the whole earth and then killed himself. Mental health issues. And see, that's why, like, people always talk about CP time and all of that, color people time. Why, when a black person say, yeah, I'll be there in like 30 minutes or so, and it's really like 2, 3 hours later, that's CP time. That's why God, you on CP time. So when these false prophets and all of these, religious leaders talk about,